Alright. I did a couple posts, stories for the Artivist Mixer, so in true why not show love fashion, I'm always gonna give some unedited content when I create, and feel free to hop on this. Whenever I create edited content or promote an event, I always want to make sure that I speak in an uncensored, raw way, especially because these platforms have very, very deep limitations. And as much as some people will check the stories and that, there's always maybe even one person that goes in and checks out this information, even if they don't comment, they don't share, they don't like, which is all unnecessary. So I'm a full-time artist, musician. I like to use the word artivist. And we're doing an event on the 10th, which is the Mixer, the Artivist Network and Build Mixer. So I had this thought that I was been rocking out with for the last, I would say, 5 years or so. As somebody who does music professionally for a living for 15 years, it's real to see how we edit our lifestyle. The posts I have is edited. The things I do are there. But there's something else that's new, and there's something that's always an opportunity here. Now, anybody who does anything that's resonating in truth, and I'm just gonna do my best to get into this as organically as I can, truth only leads you to yourself. That's what it is. The bottom line is, anything that's real will lead you to yourself. You know, I put a picture of the Artivist Network and Build Mixer, but I know that the only thing people can do is lead people to themselves. If you notice what's happening on social, it's deeply, deeply connecting to television. This is what television was, meaning that it's a distraction, right? Unless you are interacting with somebody. So see how you can pivot from anything you're doing online to make a connection to somebody beyond social media. And if you are doing something on social media, support people, share their art, do these things. But the thing that is on my mind is be careful, because this is now, you know, some astrologers and folks will say this is the age of Aquarius, the age of truth. So telling somebody to go to your show, that ain't it, man. That ain't it. Telling somebody to go listen to your music, that ain't it. It's not it. It's not it if you are trying to move beyond these constructs. And for a lot of people, they're scared. They're scared to do that. Because we can't imagine another way that is beyond what we know. But that's where it comes into trusting that you have access in yourself to another way. If something doesn't feel right about begging for views, if something doesn't feel right about being scared that you're not going to pay your bills, it's because something isn't right about it. Now, this is all we've known if you were born within these systems. And there's other ways. But be careful, because those who are dealing with deception and those who are dealing with their own challenges, they use the same words. Like, I'll say the word community, but I'm not trying to feel like I know anything more than anybody else. You are the greatest authority on your life. And if anybody's resonating truth, there's a couple easy ways you can tell. They will only lead you to yourself. They will not lead you to be under you, under them. They will not lead you to follow them. They will just inspire you to follow yourself for answers and look inside of your divine greatness for that. But many people, they're not ready for that. So be careful. Because they're ready to lead you to their merch store. They're ready to lead you to their song, to their YouTube video, to that. And why? Is because we have a deep-seated fear and insecurity that we're not enough. And that's what leads people to just promoting their art. You're bigger than your art. You're bigger than anything you create. You're created by the divine, and that is accessible to you. Now, what's going to happen on the flip side of the coin is a lot of people who are living in their truth, who are following themselves and pouring into their cup for the highest versions of self-love, they are going to inspire people to look inside of themselves. So don't be fooled by what people are telling you. Most of what people are doing on social media is they're pointing to their own insecurities. So they're like, I don't feel secure. I need this. Like, I need this view. I need this. But all they need to do is get in tune with themselves. That's all they need to do. Tune into yourself. Now, it sounds simple, but it's not easy. Because when you let go of all of those things, you get to find what's really there. And music is just a soundtrack to life. So everyone is making their own soundtrack. Think about it. I have the app timer on. When I'm on social media for 15 minutes, my joint blacks out. And I don't mind if this is not seen by a lot of people. I have edited content. I have stories. I've done that. Watch out for the people who are looking for value outside of themselves. They're waiting for when this thing that they do, when they get a Grammy, when they get an album done, when they get a partner or something. They're waiting for those moments. But if you're waiting for that moment to come, you're missing out on what's already here, which is you. You already here. You got the answers to your whole shit. You have access to the divine at all times. And the reason I say this on social is because I don't see it. Maybe it's algorithms blocking it. And it's fear. Everything that is not of the divine is going to help you feel afraid. They're going to make you feel you're nothing if you don't put out a song. That don't matter. You can put out 1,000,000 songs. You can put out no songs. That doesn't make you any more valuable. I'm not saying don't do it, but don't identify with those things. There's another way, and that way is in you. And you can trust in yourself, and you can resonate with yourself, and you will attract what you are. So if you're looking for something else, some people will be like, yo, when I get 100 views, if I get 100 comments, I'm doing this. Why do you need that? Now, this behavior is the same thing as drug addiction. We haven't been talking about how the effects of social media over the last 10 to 20 years is the same effects as the crack epidemic. This is dopamine. This is drugs. It's getting people used to taking quick hits the same way people used to take hits of crack. It's the same thing. They're getting people conditioned to only consume short form content. That's why I make sure whenever I post something like for the Artivist Mixer, I say something that's more longer form and unscripted and unedited, because that's what the truth is. I make sure the lighting isn't great. I make sure things are just real and raw, what's on my mind. Also, watch when people are trying to lead you to something outside of them. Look at what my thing is. Look at what this thing I did is. This is external from you. Your value is in your existence, and your existence is valuable without doing anything. You're not valuable because you're a great singer, or a great artist or a great musician. You are valuable by your very existence. And that's what they hide from people. That your existence, the fact that you exist as a reflection of the divine, makes you valid. Now, this doesn't mean don't do things, but this means that knowing that you're greater than the things you do. You yourself are greater than anything that you've created. You are greater than any show you've ever done. You're greater than any accomplishment you've achieved. If those things are like a speck, you are the entire ocean. If they're a drop, you got so much value in who you are. And that's what we're being removed from. Because what's the advantage of that? You're going to need to consume something. Who's getting rich off of the streaming platforms? It's not the artists. And unless you're artists that are pushed through a machine, all of our little streams and views, we add up and make these platforms wealthy. All of us are chipping in. And what do we get back for it? What do we get back? That's what I'm doing on the Network and Build. I'm creating a space that people can just have the conversations. And a lot of the music venues, it ain't it. Shit is in there and it's too... The venues are dark and loud. So when you go to dark, loud spaces where music is blasting, you can't really have a conversation with somebody. Think about that. So that's why, and I got nothing against smoking and drinking. I've done both. But on this Network and Build, for those few hours, I'm asking that folks be present. We're going to curate a jam. We're going to have music because music is always there. But it's going to be time for people to say something real. And build authentic connection. And the only way you can build an authentic connection with another person is when you have an authentic connection with yourself. That's really all I'm saying here. Look inside yourself and get ready, because people are going to be using the same words. They're going to use the same words, community and this and that. They're going to hide behind those words. But what's not going to lie is the frequency and the energy. Just watch if anybody's doing things for external validation. Just notice that. And you don't have to hate on them. And also, when people hate on you, show them love. If they talking shit about you behind your back, praise them behind their back. Wish them love. Be like, yo, I hope they find God. Say their names in loving ways. Anybody who hates on you. Because I guarantee you, it's the same way when you light a candle. You light one candle in a room full of darkness, the darkness can't exist. No one who is forming hatred against you can prosper. The trick, or the key that I should say, because none of this is a trick, is have love for them. That's why I say, why not show love? Show love to these people. Look at what Christ did. They were stoning Christ, hitting him with stones. And what did Christ say? He said, forgive them, for they don't understand, because they would never carry out that behavior. The people who are on here trying to scam money out of people, forgive them. Don't let it get you caught up in the hate. The wars that is going on in the world, this is conditioning. They want people to be in fear. Because when you're in fear and you're afraid, you lose your ability to manifest. People who are love and love themselves will encourage you to love yourself, even if they disagree. So when those people show you hate, show that love to them behind them. You don't got to deal with them. You don't got to have them in your cipher, but think of them and wish them love. That's the best thing you could do. If somebody's like hate you, they say, oh, this person's a piece of shit, this and this, and they saying that to you, don't even say it to their face. Just in your own peace, wish them love. That's the key. Just have love for them, because that battle that they're fighting has nothing to do with you. They can only show what they are. And that's why you'll notice they're going to always have new friends. They're going to always lose people in their lives. But when you're solid in who you are, you build a foundation of love that is impenetrable. Live with that love. Vibrate that love. And if you look at the maps of consciousness and frequency and energy, the tipping point that turns fear-based emotions into love-based emotions is courage. Have the courage to be your authentic self. And being your authentic self means that some people are not going to rock with you. Some people are going to cast stones on you. Some people are going to hate on you. But you have to have enough courage to always show that authenticity. Whenever I send out email blasts and these things, people unsubscribe. I got one person in here checking it out. Shout out to this MC Reef. Met him at the Apollo. That's it. One is enough. And one is you. So just keep on doing what you got to do. And share your truth. Don't care about the views. Don't care about the likes. Don't care about anything. Just share your truth. And then that will lead you deeper to yourself. And then as you get deeper to yourself, that will inspire other people to go inside of themselves and discover what's going on within them. Because we don't know anything about anybody. Even your moms or even somebody, we don't know them. Because what we perceive of others is nothing to do with what they have in terms of their own perception of themselves. So just know that right now we live in a different time. There's access to information that's way beyond the internet or a podcast. It's all in everyday energy. And when you tap into that vibration, you're going to be able to draw things from a multitude of other dimensions to bring it into your being. And trust everything that's vibrating on a higher vibration that's beyond sight, hearing, sound, touch. Those things that are vibrating on a higher vibration than the five senses are going to be what's informing and shifting this world. So this is not something anyone else could give you access to, but you have access to infinite, whatever it is. You have access to the greatest university of life. But this isn't going to be the time to try to lead people to other things outside of themselves. Let people go in and discover this within them. And that's how you're going to be able to tell who is living in truth. They're going to just encourage you to be who you are. Not to follow them or not to go under them or not to do their thing. Because there's room for everybody to win together. Your very existence makes you valuable. The fact that you are here in existence alive is it. That's it. Once again, this does not mean don't do things, but know that your value isn't placed upon anything that you create. If you know and you've been making music or art, these things come through you. We are antennas. So what signals are we attracting? It's the same thing to the people in your circle. If you got crazy people around you, you better know that that's somehow a reflection of you. Just like the things we go through in society are reflections of us. This is what I'm here to do. Tap in. Hit me up. I'm just here to show love, because to receive love, you got to give love. And I made a commitment to myself that every time that I promote something, like I'm promoting the 10th, I am going to just make sure I speak in a raw, uncensored way. And once again, this is nothing against anybody. This is for me spreading my truth, which is that you, the person who's watching this, you have the answers. You are the greatest authority on yourself. Don't look for any accolade, anything to solve what you're doing. You have that now already. And once you tap into that energy and you step with that forward, you bring everything to you. Simply. But simple isn't easy. Because the easy way is to think that that external thing is going to complete you. I got the link in my bio for the 10th. It's a suggested donation. Nobody gets turned away. But more important than that, start a gathering in your living room. have a convo with a friend, like build on it. Next time y'all about to go out to eat, see if y'all can get food and cook together. I'm telling y'all, that's what this is gonna bring us back to right now, to see that none of these external edits are there. And the people who are facing anxiety and depression, pray for them. The people who hate on you, pray for them. Pray for them. Don't fall into the hate. The people who are spreading videos of people getting killed and murdered, what is that really doing? You're sitting on your phone. You're sitting on your phone. Don't forget that. We're here. Give love, show love, get love. Transmission complete. We out here. If you have anything to build on, just please don't hesitate to reach out. But I want to echo that again. You got answers within yourself. Show love to everybody. Everybody's here having existence. If you see people bigging up their numbers or bigging up their views or bigging up their plays, you already know they're looking for something outside of themselves. If you see people hiding behind Grammys and hiding behind this and that, and I've met those people. I'm one of those people. I've had those accolades and certain things that you might not know of, but they don't mean shit. None of those accolades and none of those external things bring you any value. Your value is intrinsic by your existence. No matter how many songs you record, none of that. That's not what's going to happen when you transcend this body. That's not going to take you nowhere. What will take you to the highest place is loving yourself. That's it. That's it. This might not make sense to some people. I don't give a fuck. This is my truth. That you are valid for who you are. Don't follow other people. We don't need followers. We need leaders. Lead yourself. Be the greatest version of yourself. Love yourself. Do what you gotta do. And don't worry about any of those things. Everything has its own divine timing. And what's being created is going to be way beyond anything that we've experienced thus far on Earth. It's a new shift. That energy is already here. The people who are choosing love, trust me, they building houses, they growing fruits, they doing things that are building off the system. This is a new way. We're just in this transitional state. And trust, think of it like this. Imagine if this internet shit shut off. How would you be without that? You're going to have to face yourself, just like people did during the pandemic and all of that. So be prepared. So you might as well start facing yourself now. Meditate, look at your thoughts, exercise, eat healthy, show love, give love, get love. That's really the name of the game. You got that ability within you. Tap in, pull up on the 10th, hit the link in the bio, send a message, set up a Zoom, and just do you. Love yourself. Your existence makes you valid. You are right where you're meant to be. And whoever needs this message, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Just know that you got it. I'm rooting for y'all, man. I'm rooting for y'all wherever you at, whatever you're doing in life. I'm out here rooting for you. Not you because of what you make or what art you do or how you look. Nah, I'm rooting for you because you exist and I exist and we are existing. So let's cut out all the fluff, man. Let's not try to hide behind what we do because we're insecure. I've been there. But there's another way, and another way is now. Show love, give love, get love. We out here. Tap the link if you want to build on anything. To anyone who took the time to watch this, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. If it did something for you, share it. If not, share it with yourself and keep that thought in your mind that you're here. Peace.